Hello, we are GLIT 4.0, and today we're going to talk about
Gento, dito basta bingo. Need mo makumpleto para.
First, let me introduce everyone here, and while we're at it, I'll ask them if they were an SB19 member, who would they be and why? So first, I'll start. I'd be Stel for his positivity, powerful vocals, and ability to uplift others. What about you, Pat?
Think I'd be Ken because based on what I've read, he watches anime and I also love watching anime.
Okay, good to know. How about you, Queenie?
I think I'll just tell because I appreciate his attitude towards doing things and his energy that can upbeat everyone around him.
Good answer. How about you, Thai?
If I were an SB19 member, I'd be Pablo because I admire his, leadership, creativity, and dedication. He's a visionary, who takes charge and inspires the group while he's still staying, grounded and hardworking. I want to be someone like that.
Oh, good answer. Okay, how about you, Justin?
If I were an SB19 member, I'd be Justin because he's genius at stage production and storyboarding, a gifted vocalist, and of course, group's visual.
Okay, I have a feeling there's another reason why you picked him. And what about you, Julie?
If I were an SB19 member, I'd probably be Stel. He's super passionate and hardworking, but also brings a lot of fun and positive energy to the group.
Okay, now let's start with a bit of context setting. So what we're gonna talk about here is a background of the song and the artist, historical, cultural, and social relevance, and why it resonates with modern audiences. And after that, we're also going to explain why our group selected this song for our analysis.
Gento really is layered with meaning. I read an article from by Janice Anj.Elaw from Buratdat. I'm not sure if I pronounce it right, but yeah, from that article. It's more than just a catchy song with great visuals. Pablo, who composed the song, said it's inspired by SB19's journey, especially the criticisms they face early on, like their looks, like how they are being compared to K-pop actors or K-pop acts, yeah. But the song goes deeper, reflecting not just their struggles, but also those of ordinary people who work tirelessly to survive or achieve their dreams. Like for example, there's a scene in the music video where Pablo cooks stew using a wooden block. The twist is that the stew still ends up bland, symbolizing how hard work doesn't really guarantee success. It hits home, especially knowing SB19 shared how like they skip meals during training. It mirrors the hunger many Filipinos still face today. Despite all that, Gento doesn't leave us stuck in these challenges. It's empowering, pushing people to persevere. I think it's that mix of social commentary and encouragement that makes the song resonate so much today.
We also chose Gento as the focus of our analysis. At first glance, the song might seem like just another catchy pop track, but beneath its upbeat rhythm and captivating visuals lies with a wealth of layered meaning, both personal and socio-political. One profound relevance to contemporary issues is that Gento delves into themes that resonates not only with their journey as artists, but also as struggles of everyday people. The group's use of mining as central metaphor, referencing gold not as symbol of wealth, but as a marker of hard work, resilience, and exploitation, is a striking artistic of choice. It lies together historical context. Moreover, the song is a reflection of SB19's own experience. Like Thyrrenz said, early in their career, they were met with skepticism and criticism, often compared to other K-pop acts and judged for their looks, yet they have been preserved using their artistry as a platform to inspire others to keep striving no matter the odds.
Okay, great insights, guys. So now let's talk about the main themes within this song. Let's also share the key moments and elements from this song to illustrate how they are important. Queenie, would you like to share?
So I believe one of the primary themes in this song is that it emphasizes authenticity or simply staying true to oneself, overcoming all hurdles and still striving for success and a better self despite external pressures and criticisms. It's based on the past experiences of the group who faced negative pressures from outside and challenges that made them stronger. So I think in this song, they want to encourage listeners to stay true to their uniqueness and continue working hard to reach their goals without caring about other people's negative and harmful opinions about them. Like for example, the songline "But I Stay Me, Not Mediocre" expresses that despite external pressures, they still remain true to who they are and refuse to settle for mediocrity, which shows how they are willing to fight for their individuality and self-worth. There's also another line, "Kulang pa sa sour mga hater kaya." This shows their determination to continue to go further and not be intimidated by negativity despite there being haters who want to bring them down.
For me, what really stands out about Gento is how it captures not just resilience, but the whole process of growth and transformation. The lyric, "Kahig pa sige hanggang sa magdugo," feels so genuine. It's like saying, you're gonna bleed for this, but it's worth it. It reminds me of the grind we all go through, whether it's in school, work, or chasing our dreams. SB19's journey as a group reflects this too. They didn't just wake up successful. They went through a lot of struggles and criticism to get to where they are right now. And this song feels like a tribute to that process. It's not just about working hard, it's about becoming something better because of these struggles.
All right, thank you, Queenie and Julie. Now let's talk about different ways of viewing this song. Queenie, would you like to start?
So I think the debate surrounding the song could have two main perspectives. Fans might interpret it as a reflection of hard work, personal growth, and SB19's journey from being unknown to achieving fame. They may find it motivational and relatable, especially since they have been following the group, and the lyrics reflect the struggles and effort required to succeed. But on the other hand, critics might argue that the song oversimplifies fame, focusing too much on wealth and ignoring the more difficult aspects of being in the spotlight, like the psychological and emotional challenges that come with celebrity life. So the song's emphasis on material wealth and its lack of exploration into deeper complexities of stardom might be seen as a opportunity to address the pressures and struggles that come with public life. Like the line, I woke up and baked that potato, could be interpreted as trivializing the hard work behind achieving fame. This highlights how the song can be perceived differently. While fans find it inspiring, critics might view it as overly superficial.
And another one of the critics can be from their lines, kahig pa sige hanggang sa magdugo, and di ka basta-basta makikita ng gento. This kind of gives off the vibes of Japanese work culture where you are encouraged and expected to work even after you're burnt out, giving your 100% for what you're actually paid for. And this with the second line kind of giving the comment that you'd usually hear from the older generation where they'd comment about how difficult it was for them to achieve what they have recently without taking into account the current economic environment where inflation and housing prices are cost double to triple of what they were previously. And to end all that, there's a quote from Albert Einstein saying that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Yeah, great insights. And actually, I had this exact same thoughts as Pat, so I won't repeat them. But I'd just like to share that in the end, Gento can inspire some people and can alienate others. Our personal experiences really affect the way we interpret this message. What do you think, Justin?
When I think of Gento, there are different interpretations depending on who listens. Some may see it as celebration of personal success, a way of artists to show resilience against the struggles. The reference to gold mining can symbolize the effort and sacrifice needed to achieve dreams. However, others might view it as critique of the pressure and struggles in the society, especially the inequalities people face in trying to succeed. Critics may argue that the song glamorizes hustle culture, while others see it as a genuine message of empowerment for those facing hardships. It really depends on how one relates to the theme.
What I like about Gento is how it's so proudly Filipino but still feels universal. The gold mining metaphor is an interesting take because it ties to history and culture. Mining has been such a big part of the Philippines, and I feel like SB19 uses that to celebrate how resourceful and hardworking we are as a people. Plus, the word Gento is such a fun twist on the Tagalog word for gold. It's something uniquely ours but still feels fresh and modern. That mix of staying true to their roots while appealing to the world is what makes this song so special.
Let's also talk about our connections from this song to modern day scenarios, personal experiences, and other works, so that we can explore the broader impact of the song on society, culture, or individuals. Queenie, would you like to start?
So, relating it to modern day scenarios, self help and motivational culture are everyday nowadays. From books and podcasts to social media, people are always looking for ways to get inspired and reach their goals because they often need external sources of motivation. And Genta actually fits right into this trend, especially since it's a song by a well known group that many fans follow and get motivated by their favorite celebrities. So, even though the lyrics may not be as deep as telling the whole story of them facing real struggles, the simple lines delivered by their idols are somehow enough to encourage listeners to take control and work hard for their success, following the steps of their idols. And in a way, this song also mirrors society's growing focus on self improvement and personal effort, which shows how important self empowerment has become in our culture.
That's a good answer. And in my opinion, I like how the music video portrays the singers in groups, namely groups of five, from what I remember. And because it's kind of like they're a group of friends heading towards the same goal and helping each other dig for gold. And by the end of the music video, they did indeed find gold and built an entire city out of it. I like relating that to the a lot of us find joy and encouragement in having another person with us in our journey of life. It makes life more enjoyable enjoyable, with people to share our moments with and achievements. And through the sufferings of academics, quizzes, tight deadlines with strict prof, or even uncooperative group mates, it's always better to have someone there for you.
Oh, how nice. For me, Gento also reflects the broader implications of how a collective effort and resilience can shape our society. And one key takeaway I have is from the song is the value of shared ambition, similar to what Pat shared earlier. The music video's portrayal of the group working together to dig gold mirrors how collaboration and community often leads to success. There's this quote where if you want to go fast, you should go alone. But if you want to go far, you should go with other people. So, for example, in today's world, startups and creative industries thrive on teamwork, like Google, how they started with a small team, or like having a study group that supports you academically and emotionally. I think Gento resonates with the cultural values of bayanihan or community spirit, reminding us that success isn't just about oneself, but also about a collective triumph. This theme reinforces the importance of community, not just in achieving goals, but in making connections and the friends we made along the way. So the song ultimately underscores how shared struggles and triumphs build stronger bonds and lasting impacts. But what are your thoughts, Justin?
The theme in Gento speaks to the everyday life of struggles of many Filipinos face working hard just to survive and achieve their dreams. As a student, I can relate to the pressure of always having to prove myself. Whether it's the school works or future dream, it's not just about the individual success, but about facing the challenges head on despite the odds. This shows how many Filipinos hustles in the face of poverty or societal expectation. What about you, Tai?
For me, Gento captures the grind and hustle of modern life. So I think that's what it really captures. Like it blends the themes of resilience, individuality, and ambition. Really, lyrics like halukayin mo na parang Gento, wag kang hihinto sa ordinaryo, remind us of the constant push to break free from mediocrity, much like the struggles many face today, whether climbing the corporate ladder, pursuing personal dreams, or simply making ends in a competitive world. But the song also adds critiques to societal pressure and celebrates authenticity, asking these listeners to question who they are beyond surface level appearances, like the lyrics, look at me, tell me what you see, all Gucci. But the question is, who's really me? It speaks to modern challenges of self-image in the age of social media and performative success.
For me, Hento connects a lot to the hustle culture we see today, especially on social media. Everywhere you look, there's this pressure to always be working towards something, whether it's starting a side hustle, hitting fitness goals, or chasing a big dream. The song taps into that mindset, but in a way that feels more about personal growth than just burning out. It's like saying, yeah, the grind is hard, but if you keep at it, the reward will be worth it. I think that's a message a lot of us need to hear, especially when it feels like success is so out of reach. I think the song reflects a shift in how we see success in our culture. It's no longer just about hard work, but it's also about staying true to yourself while you're at it. Hento highlights individuality, and that's such a refreshing take in a world where we're often pressured to follow a specific path. It's a reminder that your journey doesn't have to look like anyone else's, as long as you're putting in the effort to reach your own version of success.
Hard words. I've never thought about it that way. But hey, it's time for our favorite part. It's called the debate segment. So what we're gonna do is we're going to introduce three different takes, and all of us are going to say if we agree or disagree. And don't cry if ever we hurt your feelings through this debate. So let's start with the first take. It says Gento accurately represents Filipino resilience. Raise your hand if you agree, and don't raise your hand if you disagree. Okay, one, two. So far, Queenie and Justin agree. Okay, so let's start. I think they didn't accurately represent Filipino resilience because like baking potatoes, like they dug gold and flaunted wealth in the music video. It's not connected to real struggles. I believe true Filipino resilience is like Manny Pacquiao. He was homeless, poor, fatherless, yet he worked hard, and now he's an A division champion. So his humble journey is more inspiring than Gento's aspirational but arrogant lyrics.
I also disagree because the song doesn't really portray the Filipino resilience all that well, at least to me. It seemed more like, hey, you won't be able to find these gifts or ginto if you don't work for it like really hard. It's not enough.
Oh, okay.
Greed.
For me, I agree. I think Gento does capture Filipino resilience. Like the line, kahit pilitin mong hukayin, ding hindi mo makukuha, and kahit pasige hanggang sa magdugo. It reflects the Filipino spirit of pushing through tough challenges. Also, we all know that Filipinos are known for persevering despite of personal or societal struggles, and the song emphasizes emphasizes the tenacity to never give up, which actually reflects the Filipino attitude. What about you, Ty?
Okay, for me, sorry I was late at raising my hand. I was a bit, deciding if I should agree or not. But ultimately, I think I agree with Quennie. I think Gento captures Filipino resilience really well, but with a nuanced perspective. The song's lyrics, like halakuyan mo na parang Gento, and kahit wala na pang hinto, I think those lyrics really symbolize hard work and perseverance, which align with how many Filipinos tackle challenges. So yeah, ultimately, I agree.
Well, for me, my key takeaway is that Gento highlights the Filipino resilience, but how we define the resilience shape our lives. I see Queenie and Ty's points. Its ambition mirrors how Filipinos strive for excellence, but also our Arlo's and Pat's perspective on disconnected life struggles is valid too. Not everyone feels rewarded for relentless hard work. Can resilience also mean resting after hardship? Maybe we dig too much without asking. Is this sustainable? Also, let's admit that baking potatoes as resilience. That's oddly wholesome, no? What about you, Julie?
I think Hento reflects Filipino resilience, but in a more like symbolic way. Instead of showing the typical narratives of hardship, like stories of poverty or adversity we often associate with resilience, it flips the perspective. It's more about the mindset of pushing forward and thriving despite challenges. The song captures a kind of quiet confidence, where resilience isn't always loud or dramatic. It's in the determination to keep going even if no one notices. To me, that's very Filipino. It's the everyday resilience of the jeepney driver, the sari-sari store owner, or even students grinding to finish their degrees. It's not always about big, inspiring moments. Sometimes it's about showing up and doing the work no matter what.
Okay, take number 2. Gento effectively showcases Filipino culture to the global audience. Agree or disagree? Raise your hand. Okay, first, Pat.
All right. I do think it does showcase, but in a bad way. And I'm taking this literally with how they hope to get rich by digging for gold. To be honest, it's kind of degrading to see people that might think Filipinos are like the field workers with the farming, mining, nursing, and basically a lot of our talents at least being outsourced to other countries because the pay there is much better than the pay here where it doesn't even sustain the family's life.
Okay, reality check. Okay, Queenie.
I also agree, not to mention that the upbeat vibe also mixes modern music with Filipino authenticity, making it feel fresh but still true to its roots.
I think Hento does a good job, but in a way that's modern and accessible. The language, with its mix of Tagalog and English, reflects how Filipinos naturally communicate, making it relatable to us but intriguing to non-Filipino audiences.
Okay, take number 3. Gento is more about hype than substance.
I disagree. I first thought the song was just hype and brainwashing, but the lyrics actually carry a deeper meaning. Like the line, the harder I work, the harder I play, shows their commitment and enjoyment in their journey to success. And Wag Kang Hinto sa Ordinaryo also emphasizes pushing beyond ordinary limits with dedication. So while it seems like a catchy tune, it's also a motivational song about overcoming struggles and staying true to oneself no matter what.
I disagree as well. For me, Gento cleverly combines the hype and substance, but its real magic lies in how it's used the hype as substance. The song's energy mirrors the Filipinos' discarte hustling hard, standing out and turning heads while delivering a meaningful message. It's like a cultural Trojan horse. You get hooked on the beat, but the perseverance and the ambition seep in. Sure, it's not profoundly poetry, but its straightforwardness is the point. It shows that the motivation doesn't always need to be serious. Sometimes it's just fun and unapologetically bold.
Okay, so in my case, I think Gento balances both height and substance, but I think it's more hype. Yes, it's undeniably catchy and designed to go viral with its bold visuals and choreography. But and yeah, it beneath the surface, it carries motivational themes about perseverance and breaking through limits. But in the end, I think, in my personal opinion, it's really more on about hype. Because when I listen to the song, it's not like I listen to hear those messages. I listen because of the hype.
Yeah, I agree. It's for me, it's totally about the hype since they're a boy band, and usually people don't listen for the substance, but for the rhythm, the tunes, how nice it sounds, and well, generally the beeps and the boop.
What do you mean, deep? Anyway, so
I can see why some people think Hento is more about hype than substance. But honestly, I think that's the point. Sometimes the message doesn't need to be super complex to be impactful. Hento works because it's straightforward and gets stuck in your head, making you think about its themes long after the song ends. Plus, the hype itself is part of the substance. It reflects the energy and drive of Filipinos who always find a way to stand out, no matter the platform.
That concludes our talk on SB19's Gento. We explored its themes of resilience, individuality, and cultural pride, while debating whether it's more about hype or substance. And ultimately, Gento inspires us to push beyond the ordinary, making its impact felt in both its hype and deeper meaning. Thanks for joining GLIT 4.0. Stay resilient, and once again, keep reaching for your own Gento. See you next time.